At my brother's engagement party, my daughter's name echoed through the room. Let's hear it for the kid with no dad. Laughter erupted as my brother grinned, raising his glass. My daughter froze, her face crumbling as tears spilled down her cheeks. My mom leaned over, whispering, "It's just fun, don't make a scene." But then, his fiancée stood up, clutching a folder of papers. I'm Laura Mitchell, 34, a cashier in Elmwood, Ohio, where January mornings bite like a stray dog. It's 2025, and I'm trudging home from the night shift at Harper's 24-hour grocery, my boots crunching snow, my breath puffing out in clouds. My hands throb from scanning cans and wiping counters, but my mind's on Ellie, my 11-year-old daughter. She's probably at home now, stirring oatmeal in our cramped kitchen, her hazel eyes too wise for her years. She's my everything, quiet, bright, a kid who's carried more than she should since her dad, my ex, bailed when she was 2. He left me with a stack of bills and a beat-up Honda, and I've been running on fumes ever since: work, rent, Ellie's school stuff. This morning, as I was clocking out, she texted me, "Mom, can you chaperone my museum trip Thursday?" My heart sank. "I'll try, sweetheart," I texted back, knowing my next shift starts at dusk. She replied with a smiley face, but I could picture it fading fast. I shoved my hands deeper into my coat pockets, the wind slicing through me. I'm always racing the clock, barely keeping us afloat on minimum wage. Then my phone buzzes again. Greg, my older brother. Engagement party next week. You and Ellie better show. He's marrying Sophia Evans, a pediatrician, and in Elmwood, he's the golden boy, charming, successful, mom's pride and joy. Me? I'm the screw-up, the single mom who didn't make it. I sigh, my breath fogging up. Mom's voice echoes in my head, "Why can't you be more like Greg?" It's been that way since we were kids, him with trophies, me with a baby and a GED. I reach our duplex, the porch light flickering. Inside, Ellie's waiting, her backpack slung over a chair. She's my anchor, the reason I keep going. But as I kick off my boots, I feel it, the weight of being the family's black sheep, the one they pity or judge. Greg's party looms like a storm cloud. I just hope Ellie doesn't feel it too. The next day, I'm slumped on our sagging couch, still in my work polo, when my phone rings. It's Mom, her voice slicing through the quiet like a knife. "Laura, you and Ellie are coming to Greg's engagement party, right? It's at the Elmwood Country Club next Saturday." I rub my temple, already dreading it. "Yeah, Mom, we'll be there." She doesn't miss a beat. Good. Don't embarrass us. Dress Ellie in something nice. Sophia's family is classy, not like, she trails off, but I hear it, not like you. I'll figure it out, I mutter, keeping my tone flat. Mom's always held Greg up like a trophy, sales manager, big house, perfect life, while I'm the cautionary tale. Sophia's a doctor, you know, she adds, as if I've forgotten. Greg's finally settling down right. I swallow the lump in my throat. Got it, Mom. She hangs up, and I stare at the cracked ceiling, feeling like I'm 16 again, getting lectured for flunking math while Greg aced everything. Later, I'm heating up leftover mac and cheese when my phone pings. It's a text from Greg. "Hey, sis, party's gonna be big. Can Ellie behave? We don't need her spilling juice on Sophia's dress or anything." My jaw tightens. Ellie's the politest kid I know, she says please to the mailman, but Greg's always seen us as a mess to manage. I type back, "She'll be fine." We're excited, though my stomach twists. Excited? Hardly. I'm picturing the country club crowd, suits, pearls, people who'd never shop where I work, judging us. Greg's text feels like a warning shot, a reminder of where we stand in his world. Anger simmers, but I shove it down. I've learned to pick my battles with him. Ellie shuffles in, her socks mismatched, hair tangled from a nap. "Mom, is Uncle Greg's party like a wedding?" she asks, climbing onto the stool. Her voice is soft, curious. "Kinda," I say, forcing a smile. It's to celebrate him and Sophia getting engaged. Her eyes light up. Will there be cake? I nod, stirring the pot. Probably. Maybe even those little frosting flowers you like. She grins, and for a second, her joy cuts through my gloom. I can't wait, she says, swinging her legs. I want to match her enthusiasm, but all I feel is a creeping dread. This isn't just a party, it's a spotlight on everything I'm not. I tuck Ellie in that night, her museum permission slip signed on the counter. I still haven't asked for Thursday off, my manager's a stickler, but I'll try. After she's asleep, I dig through my closet, pulling out a faded black dress I wore to a funeral 3 years ago. It's tight now, the zipper snagging, but it's all I've got. Ellie's outfit's another story. I can't send her in hand-me-downs to a place like that. Mom's words echo, "Don't embarrass us." I sink onto the bed, my chest tight. Greg's marrying up, and I'm still scraping by, counting quarters for gas. The gap between us has never felt wider. The next morning, I'm wiping down the kitchen table when Greg texts again, "Oh, bring a gift." Nothing cheap, Sophia's got taste. I nearly dropped the sponge. A gift? With what money? I've got $23 in my account until payday, and Ellie needs new sneakers, hers are splitting at the toes. I don't reply, just stare at the screen, heat rising in my face. He knows I'm broke. Last Christmas, he forgot to get Ellie anything, saying, "You're the crafty one, Laura, make her something." Meanwhile, he showed off his new watch, a flashy thing Mom cooed over. I'd smiled then, but it stung. Now, this gift demand feels like another jab, a way to keep me in my place. Ellie's at school, and I'm alone with my thoughts. I picture the party, Greg smirking, Mom fussing over Sophia, me and Ellie shrinking into the background. I've always been the afterthought, the one who didn't finish college, who got pregnant at 22 and ruined everything. Mom never says it outright, but her sighs do. Greg's the success, I'm the burden. I head to the sink, scrubbing a pan harder than I need to, trying to shake the feeling. Ellie's face flashes in my mind, her excitement about cake, her trust in me. I can't let her down, even if it means swallowing Greg's crap. I'll find a way to make it work, like always. But deep down, I know this party's going to test me, and I'm not sure I'm ready. It's Wednesday, 3 days before Greg's engagement party, and I'm standing in the thrift store on Main Street, flipping through racks of kids' clothes. My paycheck hit this morning, $3.12 after taxes, and I'm determined to find Ellie something decent. I spot a lavender dress, size 12, with a tiny snag at the hem. It's $8, a steal. I grab it, picturing her hazel eyes lighting up. Back home, I'm up past midnight, my sewing kit spread across the kitchen table, stitching the snag shut and tweaking the fit. The dress isn't fancy, but it's hers, and I want her to feel special. Saturday's creeping closer, and I'm still scrambling. Work's been brutal, and I haven't snagged Thursday off for her museum trip yet. I thread the needle, my hands shaky from too much coffee, and whisper to myself, she deserves this. Ellie pads in, rubbing her eyes. Mom, is that for me? I nod, smiling. Try it on. She twirls, giggling, do I look pretty? My heart swells. The prettiest, kiddo. She hugs me, and I hold her tight, pushing down the knot in my gut about the party. Thursday afternoon, I'm at Harper's, sneaking a call to my manager between customers. Can I switch shifts for Ellie's trip? He grunts, no can do, Laura. We're short. I hang up, deflated, and text Ellie an apology. She replies, it's okay, Mom, but I know it's not. That night, I'm folding laundry when my phone rings, Greg. His voice is smug, like he's won something. Hey, Laura, small thing, Mom's giving me Dad's old watch at the party. You know, the silver one he wore every day. You don't mind, right? Not like you've got anything to pass down. My breath catches. Dad's watch, scratched, reliable, the one he'd promised me before cancer took him, was my one shot at giving Ellie a piece of him. I'd never asked for it outright, but Mom knew I wanted it. Greg, I start, but he cuts me off. It's settled. Looks better with my suits anyway. He laughs, and I'm left holding the phone, tears prickling. It's not just a watch, it's a memory, a tether, and he's snatched it like it's nothing. I slam the phone down, my hands trembling. Ellie's asleep, thank God, she doesn't need to see me like this. I pace the living room, the thrift store dress mocking me from the couch. Greg's always taken space, praise, now this. When Dad died, I was 19, pregnant, and Greg was the one Mom leaned on. I got silence and a hospital bill. The watch was my quiet hope, something to tell Ellie, you're part of this family too. Now it's gone, and I feel gutted, like he's erased me again. I sink onto the floor, staring at the wall. How do I face him Saturday, smiling like it's fine? I can't afford to fight, Mom's on his side, always has been, but this stings deeper than his texts or Mom's jabs. It's personal. Friday morning, I'm at work, scanning a guy's bread and milk, my mind replaying Greg's call. Ellie's at school, probably doodling in her notebook, oblivious. I'd told her about the party plans, cake, lights, Sophia's fancy dress, and she'd beamed, but I couldn't match it. Mom, you okay? She'd asked over breakfast, her spoon hovering. I'd lied, just tired, sweetie, and she'd hugged me, her arms small but steady. She's my rock, more than she knows. I finish my shift, clock out, and head home, the dress folded in my bag. I've got one day to pull myself together, to iron my funeral skirt and paste on a smile. Greg's taken the watch, but he won't take Ellie's night, I'll make sure of it. That evening, I'm pressing the dress with our rickety iron when Ellie sits beside me. Will Uncle Greg like my dress? She asks, hopeful. I pause, the steam hissing. He'll love it, I say, though I doubt he'll notice. She nods, trusting me, and I feel a surge of resolve. He can have the watch, the spotlight, whatever, but Ellie's mine, and I'll shield her from this mess. Saturday's coming fast, and I'm bracing myself, knowing Greg's smug face will be waiting. I just pray that's the worst of it. Saturday evening hits, and I'm steering the Honda into the Elmwood Country Club parking lot, the engine rattling like my nerves. Ellie's in the passenger seat, her lavender dress smoothed out, clutching a $5 drugstore candle we wrapped as a gift. It's so pretty, she gasps, peering at the glowing building, chandeliers glint through the windows, floral arches frame the entrance. I force a grin, my stomach churning. Like a castle, huh? She nods, bouncing a little, and I park, smoothing my funeral skirt. It's wrinkled despite my ironing, but it'll have to do. We step out, the cold nipping at us, and I take her hand, her warmth steadying me. Inside, the air smells of roses and money, guests in suits and sequins mill around, their laughter sharp. I feel like an imposter, my sneakers scuffing the polished floor. Mom spots us near the coat check, her silver hair pinned up, a pearl brooch gleaming. Laura, you're here, she says, her eyes flicking over my skirt with a frown. You couldn't try harder? This is Greg's night. I bite my lip, heat rising. It's what I've got, Mom. She sighs, then turns to Ellie. You look sweet, honey, she says, softer, but it's fleeting, she's already scanning the room for someone more important. Ellie squeezes my hand, and I whisper, you're perfect. Before I can settle, Greg strides over, his tie crisp, a glass of something amber in hand. Hey, sis, he says, smirking, come here a sec. He pulls me aside, away from Ellie, who's eyeing a tray of appetizers. Small change, he says, voice low. I told the caterer Ellie's on a kid's table, back corner, you know? Don't want her near the VIPs, tripping over Sophia's folks or something. My chest tightens, a fresh stab of humiliation. She's not a toddler, Greg, I snap, louder than I mean to. He shrugs. Just keeping it smooth. You're fine with it, right? I clench my fists, nails digging in, but nod stiffly, I can't make a scene here. Ellie's ushered off by a waiter before I can protest, her dress a purple speck disappearing into the crowd. She glances back, confused, her shoulders hunching, and I feel a pang. She doesn't get why she's being shuffled away. I'm stuck near the entrance, alone, as Greg saunters off. I spot him by the bar, laughing with a guy in a blazer, and catch his words drifting over, "My little sister, the cashier, keeps life interesting, huh?" The guy chuckles, and my face burns. I turn away, pretending to study a flower arrangement, but the shame sticks. He's painting me as the family joke, same as always, and now Ellie's caught in it too. I scan for her, spotting her at a table with younger kids, picking at a bread roll, looking small. I want to march over, but Mom's glare from across the room pins me in place. The party hums, soft jazz, clinking glasses, Sophia's laugh floating from the head table where she's glowing in ivory silk. Greg's beside her, flashing that watch, Dad's watch, on his wrist, catching the light. My throat closes up, the theft still raw, and now this kid's table stunt piles on. I grab a water from a passing tray, my hand shaky. Ellie shouldn't be sidelined, she's not some nuisance, but Greg's made sure we're out of sight, out of mind. I sip, the cold doing nothing for the heat in my chest. A woman nearby, 50-ish, dripping in gold, glances at me, then away, like I'm part of the decor. I'm used to fading into backgrounds, but tonight it's sharper, meaner, with Ellie dragged down too. I take a step toward her table, needing to check on her, when a server offers me a program. "Toasts start soon," he says. I nod, tucking it under my arm, and weave through the crowd. Ellie looks up as I near, her face brightening. "Mom, they've got mini hot dogs," she says, holding one up. I smile, real this time. "Save me one, okay?" She nods, and I linger, brushing her hair back. Greg can shove us to the edges, but I'll keep her spirits up. I head back to my spot, steeling myself, whatever's next, I'll face it for her. The party's in full swing now, the jazz swelling as waiters weave through with trays of shrimp and champagne. I'm hovering near Ellie's kids' table, watching her nibble a mini hot dog, her lavender dress catching the chandelier light. She's chatting with a gap-toothed boy about some cartoon, her laugh a small lifeline in this sea of strangers. I've claimed a spot against the wall, my water glass sweating in my hand, trying to blend into the woodwork. Up front, Sophia's radiant, her ivory dress shimmering as she leans into Greg. He's all charm, Dad's watch glinting on his wrist, and Mom's beside them, beaming like she's won the lottery. I shift my weight, the ache in my legs from last night's shift nagging me, but Ellie's smile keeps me grounded. "Look, Mom," she calls, pointing to a dessert bar across the room, cupcakes piled high, a chocolate fountain dripping. "Can we go after?" I nod, forcing cheer. "You bet, kiddo." The music dips, and Greg grabs the mic, tapping it with a grin. "Hey, everyone, time for a toast." The room hushes, heads turning. I brace myself, he's always loved an audience. "Thanks for coming to celebrate me and Sophia," he starts, his voice smooth. "Family's everything, right? Mom, you're the best, and Sophia's my future." He pauses, smirking my way, and my stomach drops. "Oh, and here's a special shout-out, Ellie Mitchell, the kid with no dad." "Stand up, Ellie, give us a wave." Laughter ripples through the crowd, sharp and uneven. My heart stops. Ellie's face flushes crimson, her hot dog falling to her plate. She shrinks in her chair, eyes darting to me, wide with panic. I'm frozen, the room tilting, Greg's turned her into a punchline, and the guests are eating it up. Mom chuckles into her wine, murmuring to a woman beside her, "He's so clever, isn't he?" I drop my glass, it clatters, water splashing my sneakers, and rush to Ellie's side. Her shoulders tremble, tears brimming. "Why'd he say that, Mom?" she whispers, her voice breaking. I kneel, pulling her close, my own eyes stinging. "I don't know, baby, it's not true," I lie, my voice cracking. Rage claws up my throat, Greg's taken the watch, shoved her to the back, and now this, humiliating her in front of 100 strangers. I glance up, he's still grinning, soaking in the applause, Sophia clapping lightly beside him. The room's a blur of faces, some awkward, some amused, and I feel exposed, raw, like he's stripped us bare for sport. Let's go, I say, standing, my hands shaking, but Ellie grips my arm. No, Mom, I want to stay, she pleads, wiping her eyes. She's tougher than me, always has been. I straighten, forcing air into my lungs, and guide her back to her seat. The boy next to her stares, whispering to another kid, and Ellie hunches lower. I want to scream, to drag Greg off that stage, but I'm powerless here, outnumbered, outclassed. I retreat to my wall, my pulse hammering, every laugh from the crowd a fresh cut. Greg hands the mic to Sophia, who starts a sweet speech about love and commitment, but I can't hear it over the roar in my head. He's crossed a line I didn't know existed, and Ellie's paying for it. I scan her table, she's picking at her plate again, head down, trying to disappear. My chest aches, she shouldn't have to hide, not here, not ever. The toasts end, and the music kicks back up, guests drifting to the dance floor. I catch Greg's eye as he steps off the platform, he winks, like it's all a game. I turn away, bile rising. Mom's still up there, fawning over Sophia's parents, oblivious or uncaring. I've taken her digs, his jabs, but this? This is new, a public wound I can't stitch shut. Ellie waves me over, her smile shaky. Can we get cupcakes now, she asks, voice small. I nod, swallowing the lump in my throat. Yeah, let's do it. I take her hand, her fingers cold, and we head to the dessert bar. She deserves one good moment tonight, and I'll fight for it, even if Greg's ripped everything else apart. Ellie and I are at the dessert bar, her fingers sticky with chocolate as she dips a strawberry under the fountain. The party's noise, jazz, chatter, clinking glasses, feels distant, a bubble around us. She's forcing a smile, but her eyes are still red from Greg's stunt, and it's killing me. I hand her a cupcake, pink frosting swirled high, and she takes it, murmuring, "Thanks, Mom." I'm about to suggest we slip out early when the music cuts off, and Sophia's voice rings out. Wait, everyone, I need the mic. I turn, startled, she's standing at the head table, her ivory dress pristine, but her face is tight, lips pressed thin. Greg's beside her, his smirk faltering as she yanks the microphone from its stand. The room goes quiet, head swiveling, and I freeze, Ellie's hand in mine. This isn't easy, Sophia starts, her voice steady but sharp. But I can't sit here after that. She pulls a folder from under the table, legal papers, crisp and white, and holds them up. These are adoption documents. I'm filing to legally adopt Ellie Mitchell as my daughter, give her my name, Evans, and set up a college fund for her. A gasp ripples through the crowd, my knees buckle. Ellie's grip tightens, her breath hitching. What? She whispers. I can't answer, my mind's spinning, shock and confusion crashing in. Sophia locks eyes with me across the room. I grew up with a single mom, Laura. Kids called me the charity case because we had nothing. I won't let Ellie face that, not after tonight. Her gaze shifts to Greg, hard now. You planned that toast, didn't you? The watch, the kids' table, all to keep them in line. I'm done. Greg lurches up, face red. Sophia, what the hell? Sit down. She waves him off, turning back to the mic. Those weren't jokes, they were cruel. I've watched Ellie at soccer practice, volunteered there for months. She's kind, smart, and she doesn't deserve this. Murmurs spread, Mom's jaw drops, her wine glass trembling. Sophia steps off the platform, folder in hand, and walks straight to us, heels clicking. The crowd parts, eyes wide, some teary, some stunned. She kneels by Ellie, her voice softening. Ellie, if your mom says yes, I'd be honored to be your family. No strings, just a promise. Ellie blinks, tears spilling, and looks at me. Mom? I'm speechless, my heart pounding, gratitude, wariness, hope tangling together. Sophia, why? I manage, my voice hoarse. She stands, meeting my gaze. Because I've been hurt, humiliated, overlooked. I got scholarships, built a life, but no one stood up for me then. I can now. Greg storms over, furious. You're ruining this. My night. Sophia doesn't flinch. Your night's over, Greg. You showed me who you are, those papers are real, and I'm done with you too. He sputters, then grabs his jacket and bolts for the exit, Mom scrambling after him, her pearls bouncing. The room erupts, applause, whispers, a few cheers. I pull Ellie close, her head against my chest, and Sophia waits, steady, like she's offering us a lifeline. Laura, she says quietly, I've met Ellie at practices, she's amazing. I've seen you too, rushing from work, doing everything for her. I don't know you well, but I know enough. This isn't pity, it's respect. My throat closes up, no one's ever said that to me. Ellie tugs my sleeve. She's the coach who taught me headers, she says, shy. She's nice. I nod, dazed, as Sophia hands me the folder. Think it over. I'll call tomorrow, no pressure. The applause fades, guests milling again, but I'm stuck, clutching those papers. Greg's gone, his cruelty exposed, and Sophia's flipped the script. I'm not the failure tonight, not anymore. Ellie wipes her face, smearing chocolate, and I laugh, a shaky sound. You okay, kiddo? She nods. Is she really gonna be my mom too? I hesitate, then say, maybe. We'll talk about it. Sophia smiles, small but real, and heads back to the head table, where people swarm her with questions. I lead Ellie to a quieter corner, my mind racing. She's given us a way out of Greg's shadow, out of the shame he heaped on us. I don't trust easy, but her eyes hold something honest, something I've craved. For the first time tonight, I breathe. It's June 2026, and I'm in Elmwood Park, the sun warm on my face as I clap from the bleachers. Ellie Evans, my girl, dashes across the soccer field, her ponytail bouncing, and nails a goal. The crowd cheers, and Sophia's beside me, whistling through her fingers. Nice one, Ellie, she shouts. A year ago, I couldn't have pictured this Ellie thriving, her new last name a shield against the past. Sophia's kept her word, she's Ellie's legal mom now, coaching her weekly, funding a college account. Greg? He ditched Sophia after that night, moved to Columbus, and posts slick car pics online, but I hear he's alone, the engagement fallout still a town whisper. Mom's different too, she visits now, quieter, her sharp edges dulled. Last week, she showed up at our duplex, no pearls, just jeans. Laura, she said, voice shaky, I was wrong. Sophia showed me what family means. I hugged her, tentative, the trust rebuilding slow. Ellie sprints over postgame, sweaty and grinning. Did you see that, Mom? I pull her into a hug. Couldn't miss it, champ. Sophia ruffles her hair. Saturday practice? Ellie nods, beaming. We head to the car, and my phone buzzes, a mom again. She wants to come next month, I tell Sophia, who smiles. Good. She's trying. Greg's out of our lives, but Mom's inching back, and I'm learning to let her. Ellie's confidence, her laugh, it's all I need to keep going. Reflecting on that party, I see life's curveballs teach you what matters. Greg's cruelty, stealing Dad's watch, banishing Ellie, mocking her, crushed me, but Sophia's choice rebuilt us. Family isn't just blood, it's who stands up when you're down. Ellie's resilience, Sophia's redemption, they've shown me that. It's not about what you start with, but what you protect, what you choose to nurture. I've carried shame too long, single mom, broke, less than, but now I know it's enough to love fiercely, to forgive when it's earned. That's the legacy I'll give Ellie, stronger than any watch. Sophia offers dinner, but I shake my head. Rain check, I owe my coworker for covering today. She nods, understanding, and we part ways. Ellie's humming beside me, the day's victory hers. I'm not just surviving anymore, we're building something real. Hey, everyone, Laura here. Thanks for watching our story unfold on my YouTube channel. It means the world to share this with you. If you felt Ellie's triumph or Sophia's stand, hit that like button and subscribe for more real-life tales. Drop a comment, what's your take on family? Let's keep the conversation going. See you next time.